ChainCulture.
Okay, but anyhow, it's a panel session. My wonderful panelists, come. Lai. Mari. Come. Here, sit down. Thank you, Roland, for the introduction. Yes, okay. I'll just, hey, one more. Vincent. Poezio. No, Vincent. Poezio, yes, a poet, a modern day poet. Who would have thought? Okay. Mic check, are you good?
Hello. Test. Okay.
Yes.
Yes,
Hello.
mic check.
Hello.
Mic check. Okay, so guys, I'm Rene. Roland introduced me as a technopreneur from Malaysia already more than 10 years. But I'm one of these world digital nomad people from Germany, actually. So many Germans and Dutch here. But okay, I'm happily settled here in this wonderful environment. And I am in the sector of blockchain and AI, and actually the overlap sector of blockchain and AI. So today we'll be talking about things like that. Oh, hey. Yes, okay. Are we good? Okay. But anyhow, I was asked to moderate. This means I won't talk too much. I will ask my wonderful friends to say a few words. Maybe if I can start from the end here. Hilal, who are you?
Hi, I'm Hilal.
You need to come closer to the mic. Sorry.
Hi, I'm Hilal. I'm originally from the Maldives, and we are building decentralized AI.
I think the first row cannot hear you.
Oh, what now? I'm Hilal. I'm originally from the Maldives, and we are building decentralized AI.
You are building?
Decentralized AI.
Decentralized AI. Very good. Okay, good. Okay. Next, Eric.
Okay.
Who are you?
I'm Eric Chan. I'm a contributor for the Morpheus AI, as well as I myself is a creator for the Maniki Mail, which is my Maniki Mail, and also as well to the ERC 520. It's an NFT protocols that for the liquidity. Yeah.
Yes. Please pass the mic. Okay, yes. Poezio.
Hello, my name is Poezio. I'm a poet and I'm also an avid AI user, and I try to keep it as small as possible.
And I am Olof. Thank you for the invitation. I'm from the Netherlands, but I live here in Kuala Lumpur for already 2 years. I have a long career in media arts, digital culture. I was running a festival in the Netherlands for about 20 years. I was director of a museum in Amsterdam, Montevideo, Netherlands Media Arts Institute. And I'm really happy to be on stage with all of you and Rene.
Yes. Thanks for the introduction. Okay. I really hope the acoustics is good enough that people can hear us. Keep the distance right. Okay. Okay. Olaf, let's start with you. You are already of the age that you have a lot of wisdom inside yourself. You've went through digital transformations of many sectors. And we spoke earlier about now another transformation happening, that AI, what people are afraid of, are now somewhat adopting it in the sector of people who were distancing themselves. That was the art sector, wasn't it? Can you give your views on this art, AI, and why they didn't want it, now they want it, or what's happening there?
Yeah, sure. First of all, it's a very diplomatic way of not revealing my age. Thank you so much. You know, I remember the first time I went on the internet with a crappy modem and this sound, and then suddenly I came on the internet and I was like, oh, what am I going to do here? Like, what's the use? Now, fast forward 20 years ahead, when internet is not on, we better go home. We don't know what to do anymore. Now specifically your question about AI and this new, for me it's a new tool. It's actually, in terms of art, it's just expanding the canvas. There is a critical approach to that happened already in all art history. When video art came, the museum world, they were like, wow, you can copy this, it's not original. Then computer art came, then media art came, and new media art came, and now we have AI art. So the art world is very afraid of it, and maybe the art doesn't have the right quality yet, but it needs to develop. You know, it's like at the end, it doesn't matter if you paint or make poetry or make music. It's the message of the artist. And AI is just a new tool. If Michelangelo or Van Gogh or these guys, if they would live now, they would probably not paint. They would use this new tool.
Okay, so could we say, and that would be a question for our friend Poezio, could we say that the poesy is part of art, is an art of words and expressions, whereby did the artists surrender and say, nothing we can do, need to adopt, let's do it? And that's where we are now? Or how is it?
No, I think in general, when you consider, like, a painter uses a canvas, right? And it uses materials to make their art with. For a poet, it's super simple. They try to build illusions by using existing words. But the combination of those words and the intention and the meaning behind it and the depth that you can relay in 3-4 sentences. And if you imagine that, for instance, the existence of haikus, these are small poems, and what people write for many, many ages already as sort of a poetic connection to what's happening in life and as a biological creature, is something that is not to be replicated. I'm not saying that from a mathematic and the large language point of view that there is nothing beautiful that comes out of the algorithm together with AI, so out of the neural net, let's say. But on the other hand, it is different because the emotion is not there and the motivation is not there.
Okay, well, then there, you know, we are using these GPT things, which is like pre-trained, like generative pre-trained models. And somebody, be it the organizations who create them, they pre-train them to think and see the world as they train them, isn't it? And I think that is why you might have said you like small models, which are not too much pre-trained, not too brainwashed yet. But is that where the AI comes in? If you have an opinion on this, it's like for these artists, they don't want the model to think like US government dictates and OpenAI implements. Is that why we need the AI, the distributed or decentralized systems?
One of the reasons.
One of the reasons, yes. Maybe you can explain a bit about the rationale, why distributed systems, why the AI?
One reason is the whole centralization that we are seeing at the moment. It's just a few companies that are doing the trainings.
Can you hear? Can you hear him well? Can you hear him? No. Oh.
It's only a few. It's only a few companies that are doing trainings right now, and we are using models from these companies. And one thing that you've identified here is that artists are using it at the moment, but not a lot of artists are able to participate in the training of these models, or even know what's going on or how it's trained. So that's where decentralization becomes important, because then you can involve all the stakeholders who are using it or who are contributing to the training of the model to be a stakeholder that has a say in how the models are developed and how it's being trained.
So, but it's not only about the training of the models, it's actually the whole infrastructure around AI systems. Every app builder now uses AI for something. Artists now, the same. And they tap into what kind of system now? The easy, accessible, centralized systems, right? I wanted to switch to now to ask Eric in this, but if you have something pressing, please comment first, yes?
No, it's fine. We will go from you to me, but...
Yes, okay, so like Eric, you and we are working actually on a project in this sector, similar like our friend Hilal, in the distributed systems, decentralized AI, to allow people to use AI systems without requiring the Google Geminis, the OpenAI and these ones, tapping into a community-operated, community-run infrastructure. Can you shortly say something about what is it that the project we work with contributes to this? Like DAI, community, these things. A few words about this project Morpheus.
Okay.
And what are you doing for Morpheus?
Okay, for the DAI, we are more on focus on the resources that which is a decentralized AI resources that you can use a GPU to anyone that you have a GPU you can contribute to the so-called the whole community between the Morpheus. So as a builder, you can use a GPU and can access decentralized way that to access for the GPU as well. Why, as I say that the decentralized is very important. Decentralized AI is very important. We will say that like it's just how we say whatever you have been prompt or whatever you have been used or the LLM, they will be recording into the centralized if you put it in the centralized world. So somehow it's a decentralized that which is we as a so-called creator can we have an ownership of own or have our own so-called the training to be putting by ourselves that they came our own self that is a decentralized way. So basically we can see that decentralized resources models is a very far built, is a huge committee, such that we can go back to the time that's in the blockchain for like Ethereum or whatever this kind of any blockchain we have in the market, or is a decentralized, powered by decentralized resources. So we can see that from the decentralized resources, in fact, it's like it's an increase. Slowly will take over the centralized because it's unlimited. Anyone can contribute the resources into the ecosystem. So this is tie back to Morpheus. Is like we are putting all the AI resources put into the decentralized.
Okay, and Hilal, you run a project, if I understood correctly, which is shifting between the distributed and the centralized and the distributed. I got some maybe misunderstanding about the idea of a distributed system. Do it centralized first, run something, and then redistribute it again. Am I on the wrong track there, that now you are actually attached to a business company which in all these, off-chain spoke here, or it's about decentralization, communities. Whenever they see a legally registered company, it's, hey, how you are decentralized? There's a boss, there's somebody organizing. What's the transition between centralized going to decentralized? Is that what you want to do now with your business?
I think it's two things. One is the protocol, which is what we see as decentralized, whether it's Ethereum or Bitcoin, that's the protocol layer. But somebody has to build it. And that could be a company, and that could be a group of people. And that's where we have an engineering company that builds it. It doesn't have full ownership of the protocol layer, which is very important to keep it open and decentralized. And
okay.
So we build something, we let it go.
I see. So the two things, protocol and applications. Is it that? Yes.
The engineering and the protocol.
Okay, good. And the protocol has to be decentralized. That's the way.
Exactly.
Okay, I hear you. Okay. So now, another point, like Olof, you mentioned earlier that whatever the AI outputs, it's an output which might not have meaning in it. And the meaning can be set, or the direction, by the person instructing the AI. And then it is a tool to convey that intention of the person using the AI. I understand from the perspective of somebody wanting to entertain or create art, that would be the way whereby the system doesn't have its own intention. I have a deeper question into this point, but explain a bit about this output and meaning and intention.
AI, as you say, can generate output, but it's the artist that can create the meaning. AI fears errors, and art actually celebrates errors. I think the rise of AI is a call for us to finally be human. Not faster, not more efficient, not more polished like some algorithms. But wilder, softer, messier, more curious, more imperfect. That's our human nature. So let the machine do the math and let us do the mystery.
Oh, the beauty in the imperfection. Yes.
Totally,
Okay.
totally. The machine is much smarter than us and will become much smarter than us. And even I truly believe that, you know, the marginal cost of labor and the marginal cost of intelligence will go to zero. So where are we as humans? Like, you know, especially creativity and ethics and empathy. These are these human skills.
Yes.
That will become more and more important. You know, we're not made to work from 9 to 5, 70 years. That's the capitalistic world that made us fit into that system. And I think artists specifically, they are reflecting on this digital culture we live in, like the good and the bad side. And in terms of AI, it's just, like I said, it's just a tool. Like a painter used paint, and now they use AI or computer models or algorithms to produce new art.
I hear you, I hear you. Okay, you have something to add to this direction, please?
Yeah, I find it interesting, but we are all aware that there is a huge problem within the development and in the last stages before it's deployed, that there are a lot of hallucinations, right? AI hallucinates heavily, which I find a super interesting side effect. So within that spectrum, you could argue that it does create a form of art by itself. That's one thing that I would like to point out. And
AI on mushrooms.
Secondly,
sorry?
AI on mushrooms.
AI on mushrooms.
And this,
hallucinating, yeah.
And the second thing is that it is not controlled because there are so many unforeseen side effects within any LLM that is trained from small to big. So there is something there that we used to refer to as the ghost in the machine. So there is an esoteric element to it. So there is actually an artistry within the system itself.
Yes, yes, I hear you, yes. Okay, ghost in the machine, sometimes the ghost is in the input data when we cannot verify that the data is from true sources. We have, you know, garbage in, garbage out, garbage in, amplified garbage out. How do we solve that, Hilal?
We've been saying that blockchain can solve that.
No, you are working on something to have verified and truly true data coming in.
The data, like whatever data we see digitally, came from some physical source. It always comes from the real world.
Yes.
And that comes through sensors or cameras or some form of physical hardware that takes it as input. And right now, we have a disconnect between where the data is coming from and when it goes on-chain or whichever verification layer that we have at the moment. So unless we are able to verify the moment the data comes in, we cannot really guarantee that the data that went through to the next network was verified or accurate. So that's what we are trying to solve, verifying data at the very source.
Okay. Okay, I hear you, yes. I need to personally check out your project more. Good to hear about these details. Now, Eric, if a project wants to run in the decentralized space, like the big headline here, decentralized means you have contributors around the world, ideally, like in blockchain, right? Somebody falls out, never mind. It's connected together, it continues working. But this needs to be on protocol as well as the community level, right? So how does the project Morpheus, for example, work in that sense? How to connect and incentivize contributors in a community when they don't get a salary, right? It's not like a company, I pay you, you build, because we want to decentralize. What is Morpheus' solution?
Yeah, of course, this is a very good question that from the Morpheus.
Yes.
From Morpheus, actually, we are it's a decentralized way that we are running on the capital machine, which is mean that anyone that the Ethereum holder, or now either we are open to Morpheus 2.0, which is we have a stablecoin holder, you can stake your stake ETH and also stake your stable coins into the protocol. So the protocol, in the return, they can able to mint, so the emission of the MRR token. The MRR tokens will be able to use for 4 buckets, that which is for the capital contributor, for the builder, that means a coder, and also for the community builder, as well as also for the GPU provider, which is a computing provider. So this is will form up because throughout the AI ecosystem, actually we need four categories of people to contribute into the decentralized AIs, to form the decentralized AIs. That's a part that from the capital contribution will go into the protocol, and the protocol will split up the MOR token to release to the so-called each of the bucket, that just our computing, coding, capital contribution, as well as the community builder. So this is how we form, and we have our own form up the whole decentralized community to shape it this way, because we have no company, we have no foundation, we just purely on the protocol itself. Yeah.
So it is tokenomics, token-powered economics, right? Yes.
Yes.
I see, okay, good. And artists nowadays, looking at these two fellows, right, wouldn't they want to run your own AI system on your own little server because you like it small? Hey, you like it small, right? So you run your own model you find from the open source world, or do you need people like these guys for you?
We need both. But for me, there's a twofold reason why I like it small. Because I'm sensitive to the use of energy. And I think energy use could be minimized if not only cost, but if the resources can be brought down in order for it to function properly, in the sense that it does what you want it to do, give or take a few side effects, then I'd like it to be as compact as possible. Also, I find it an interesting experiment. So yes, I play around with several open source models and see what that could generate within the scope I'd like it to. So in that sense, it ties in completely. It becomes a tool, like a word, like a canvas, like something else. And it's not the esoteric AI rumbling towards, let's say, singularity.
Okay, and you mostly work with words, isn't it?
True.
So that's different from video generation and the things which require a lot of compute power.
The last thing I'd say, it's called an LLM. It's
Language.
a large language model. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, but not all AI is LLM. That's vision, object recognition, object creation, hallucinate an object which we never seen before, right? Okay, I am aware of a limited time for all of us, but I really would love to give at least the chance, if any questions regarding blockchain and AI and the connection, and artists and the AI, please voice up. Now is your chance. I think today, the last chance for the AI, artist, and the blockchain and AI. You have a question? No. Okay. Is anybody has a pressing question? You? No. Okay. If no pressing question, we give more speaking time to our experts here. Yes. Is there anything you want to convey to people, like to shake them, wake them up, to say, hey, don't go ChatGPT, go decentralized, or broaden your horizon? Now promo.
Yeah. One of the most important to the DAI is about the censorship. So I think there's lots of the centralized LLM, they have a censorship, or that maybe some part you can't prompt it. That's why this is also one very killer for all the creative part. So you will block all the creative over there.
Censorship, yes. Okay, true. Yes, it can be good or bad to remove censorship. That's another philosophical discussion. Otherwise, I would like to ask if there is anybody you are looking for, you want to ask for contribution, you are looking for doing something. Now is the time to speak to the audience with a general interest in what we nerds are doing. Please, any messages? Otherwise, in 2-3 minutes, we wrap up.
I find if you look at history, many tribes have been able to govern themselves, right? So within that sense, there is that empathy, there is that feeling of community has existed for such a long time.
If you could apply that to some measure, in some way or in some measure, towards a development that will definitely, we call it in French, c'est le point de bascule.
it is the point where everything will drastically change again, but we will flow into it. And from that point of view, I find it a super interesting prospect to decentralize AI.
Sure, I fully agree, nothing to add. Yeah, and we have communities. You know, this event, HiveFest, is for a hive, a tribe, and we are the guests sharing our view on that to the community.
Last thing I want to say is I think this audience is fully aware of this new developments. But I think we all have to realize that we are the last generation that knows the world before AI.
Yes, yes. And so we are the last generation that knows the world from the times of before AI. Yes, I agree.
And there is no way back.
Correct, yes. And perhaps one day the AI itself might want to entertain them humans in order to produce electricity for Skynet, right? One day, who knows? That's why AI in the hands of the humans might be a way out of a disastrous future. Who knows? Yes, please.
It provides a natural form of training because the input is so diversified that there has to be enough empathy within empathy as an input in order for it to that it becomes part of its carbon copy.
I think
okay.
a lot of times we have a different picture about how AI can become dangerous because of the sci-fi movies we've seen. But I think it's a different way that it can become dangerous because people are listening to AI, they're believing AI, they're doing what AI says. And if you don't know if this is a safe model to use,
so then
we could be in real trouble.
Yeah, yes. Okay. Are you actually looking for community members towards your project, or use this now to shout out, what are you looking for? Do you need customers? Do you need builders? What are you looking for your project now?
Right now, we are mainly looking for builders, creative people, and other people who are curious about AI and what they can do with AI. Yes. And we are willing to support in development and providing infrastructure, GPUs or compute or models or anything. Yes. We are willing to support if anyone is interested in working together.
Okay. Talk to Hilal for these things. Okay, good. Anything to add, Eric? Otherwise, we wrap up. Your last words.
Yeah. My last word is, okay. Besides that, today I have bring some doggy for everyone, which is my NFT, which is Manikimel NFT, which is a collection of Crazy Rich Asia. I will share the link into the Luma chat group website, so you all can just redeem over there. Yeah, that's my
free dog gift, Crazy Rich Asians NFT collection.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah,
Good.
free.
Nice.
So just need to help us to increase our community and just follow us. A few of us inside. There's follow our X.
Okay. Good. Okay. Thank you. Okay. We are good. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Arigatou gozaimasu. Photo time, please.
Picture time. Photo.
Picture. Say ChainCulture.
ChainCulture.